Hello, welcome back to a Modern Soccer Coach Breakdown. This week we're going to take a look at a coach that's been in the news the last week with speculation about a potential move to Liverpool, Arne Feyenoord manager. We're going to take a look at his type of training sessions and see what we can potentially learn about his style of coaching and the way he works. If you enjoy these exercises and you want the dimensions and the details, they are available for free on the link below on the Modern Soccer Coach website. Plenty of stuff on there. When you're there, please check out our new MSc online coaching certificate that you can check out today, and please like and subscribe if you enjoy. Okay, Arne Slot, let's take a look. Okay, before we start, we're going to take a look at some objectives for these training sessions. There's no secret that Slot is obviously an advocate of high-tempo attacking football, but how do you bring those out in certain exercises? I think that is the key and the big takeaway for these videos. 3 exercises. I think there's little ways that you can draw out a little bit more intensity, a little bit more tempo that we can look at. Here we go. Okay, the first exercise is a little warm-up game, 4-team transfer Rondo, 8 players split into 4 teams. One team starts as the defensive team, they'll be in red. The other team starts in another grid. So you start with a 4v2 where the possession team look to get 5 consecutive passes and then transfer the ball through the mannequin. So they're looking to play the ball centrally, transfer the ball across. When they transfer the ball, here's the thing that adds a little bit of intensity that I love, is the bottom pair have to go across to support and then the other 2 drop in. So it's the team furthest away that must go across the grid and support rather than the closest ones. So it means that there's more distance to cover. They've got to see that quickly and go support. And then if the defensive team win the ball, the game keeps continuing and the game flows and rotates and teams just change roles. So there's a little bit of transition there. There's a little bit of flow, but I love the way that the bottom pair have to go and support quickly if that ball is transferred across. Really, really nice adaptation to this type of game. The next game is a 6+2 versus 4 possession game. You've got the possession team organised around the perimeter. You've got a target players on each end, and then you've got 2 wide players on each side. They could be replicating 2s and 3s, 7s, 11s, so it could be a positional element to this one as well. You've got the 2 neutral players in the middle. They could replicate the 2 holding midfielders if he's playing with that 4-2-3-1 that he goes with. They're playing against 4 defensive players who are continually pressing. The objective is for the red team to use the overload, keep possession in an 8v4 situation. You can give them 1 point for every 5-6 consecutive passes, but you're looking at playing into those double sixes and those double sixes dealing with pressure. If the ball is lost in the middle, there's a quick reaction, and we see that a lot in these types of games. The wide players have to come in quickly, and they've got to try and prevent the ball from going into the mini goals that the defensive team are trying to score in on the transition. So instead of this game flowing like the first game did, this one is a score through the mini goal if you lose it. So you've got to recover quickly before the defensive team scored any of the 4. Really, really good game. Again, the mini goals add a little bit of intensity to it. Okay, before we look at the third game, please check out the dimensions, the details. There's way more session ideas on the Modern Soccer Coach website. The link is below. And please check out the Modern Soccer Coach online analysis certificate. It's just out last week, so it's just new. If you're interested in analysis, if you're interested in the coaching element alongside analysis, this course is definitely worth checking out on the link below on the Modern Soccer Coach website. Thanks for the support. Exercise number 3, here we go. Alright, this is an 11v11 situation, so of course, if he prefers to press high, he would love to be in the situation where if it's 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 or whatever it is, you've got those shapes high and they're ready to go off the first pass, second pass, whatever it is. But of course, at the highest level, you can't stay in this shape the whole time. So there is going to be stages of the game where the opponents are going to have possession. And sometimes it's difficult to get that intensity and that high press and mentality when you're in a block shape. This is a little solution to it. Teams play 11v11. But you're in a 60-yard area. You've got 2 goals on either side for the possession team. And the defensive team are trying to regain possession and then score in those wide, full-size goals. So it's a smaller area, a really high-tempo game. but you've got the two goalkeepers on each side, so it's about recreating and maybe looking at specific situations where you're trying to create press and traps, so you're trying to move the opposition with their possession into an area that you can take advantage of and score in transition. Interesting adaptation to defending in a mid-block. Alright coaches, there you have it. Just some ideas around Arne Slot's training philosophy or exercises. Of course, it's all speculation. There's only so much you can learn from looking at exercises that are shared online. But I do think it's an interesting exercise for a coach. We've done breakdowns on Luis Enrique. We've done breakdowns on Diego Simeone, Jurgen Klopp, Pep and Linders. We've done breakdowns on coaches that we've looked at their sessions and picked up little things. And I think that's where, as a student of the game or someone that is fascinated by coaching methodology and session design, you can pick up little tweaks of sessions. For example, that first exercise, the bottom pair going across. I've never seen that before. I thought that was really, really interesting. And then on the second exercise, just the movement of those 6 players and the positioning of those 6 players. Does that again replicate a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 shape? Whatever the philosophy of the coach is, can you make your training more realistic alongside the energy and the intensity as well? And then bringing that to a side where the last one where it's defended in a block, of course not an ideal scenario for a high pressing team, but in the modern game, teams are going to find themselves further back and defending in different types of shapes, and with the opponents having some form of possession for however long it is, it's always good to see how coaches coach that high pressing mentality in a different type of shape. So I really enjoyed this exercise. If you enjoyed it as well, please check out the information on the link below to get the details. There's more information on the Modern Soccer Coach website. If you enjoy it and you want more of these types of videos, please like, please subscribe so you don't miss it. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.